We've all felt it. Stress is an unavoidable part of life. Whether it's an issue at work, whether it's a looming deadline, whether it's a relationship on the rocks, or whether it's a kijang slowing you down on your way. Or even hearing me speak for 5 minutes. Yes, stress comes in all forms. And it comes from seemingly all directions. Sometimes it even happens all at once. How do we handle it? Sad to say, not every one of us can hold down stress. Those of us who can, we might fail tomorrow. Sure, some of you may say stress is good. Stress is beneficial. It can motivate us. It can make us grow in life. Chronic stress, however, is bad. Chronic stress exacerbates aging. It exacerbates your health issues. It makes whatever underlying health issues you have worse, physical, mental. Chronic stress, to suffer from chronic stress, it entails having all the negativity, all the garbage throughout your life, adding it on and on and on without you realizing that you have to do something about it. Now, imagine being just any other person thinking that you're home, you're serene, you're stress-free, and then suddenly you failed that test that you studied so hard for. Just like this, the stress begins to develop. You hold it back in, it's still okay. Then, something else happened. You work, and your boss scolds you. Anyone has ever been scolded by your boss? Doesn't feel good. It feels very stressful. Ruben, you might have done some of the scolding yourself. That's okay. Anyone who's been through that experience, your stress gets bigger. And then, what do? You try to find a way, you find an outlet to try and release that stress. Maybe you want to find your friends to talk about it. Then, they cancel on you. Sorry. And what do you think when you wanna let it all out, but there's no outlet? The door is close to you. Oh, you snap. Stress takes over. So tonight, I'm going to show you 4 simple ways on how to slice and dice that stressful time. Let me start off with pets. Those of us who own pets, we know that owning pets, there are just few enjoyable experiences that can compare with them. Okay? That is why a lot of people, a lot of diehard pet owners are so fanatic about it. They treat their pets closer than their family. This is especially so with pets that you can hug, pets that you can stroke, because it calms your mind. It reinforces that basic human need to touch. This has also been recognized by institutions. There are some universities in the West that have started to use dogs as mobile stress therapy to allow students to pet them before an exam comes up. And the military has also followed suit by issuing dogs to relieve stress of soldiers who just came back from combat, suffering from PTSD. Interestingly enough, in 2002, there was this study by the Vet Medical Association. They found out that researchers compare which are better stress relievers, pets or spouses. Guess what? Pets, really. This is my pet. I call him Yuri. I don't need to explain too much. You can see from my face how happy I am, how stress-free I am. At least until he starts to drool over my pants. So, what are you waiting for? Get a pet. Stroke a pet today. But, what if you don't own a pet? Don't fret. There's very subjective, but we know it works. How many of you in the audience, you've probably in a car journey, something stressed about something so much, just burdening you, but then your favorite track comes on the radio, and you start a brand new day all over again. How many of you had that experience? You see, it works. But music, it works for different people, different genres. I myself prefer classical and jazz soothing music for my de-stress music genre. As I pointed out before, stress is kind of abstract feeling. You feel like you just falling down a bottomless pit. Another way to get out of it, to get out of the stress, is to express yourself by writing. Writing reinforces that human urge to let it all out, to lay it down, and to let go. You have to unravel that abstract feeling, unravel it, write it all down. You know, what is my stress? How is it affecting me? What will I want to do about it? Just write it down, keep it on the journal. Sure, in the process you might actually get more stressed out in the process, but after you finish, after you articulate it, you will feel very clean, very fresh. You will feel clear-headed again. What do you want to write? There's another way, just read. Reading builds up this barrier that doesn't allow stress-inducing factors to get through to you. On the way to mental fortitude, reading can also entertain you, it can also educate you. So in my book, that is a win-win. Last but not least, how many of you know that chewing gum is also a stress buster? I guess this is something new to you. Well, in 2008, in International Congress of Behavioral Medicine, it was found that chewing gum lowers anxiety and it lowers stress in people who chew it. And it also raises mental alertness. Now, who is this? Any one of you? Who is this guy behind me? Anyone? Barack Obama. Oh. President of the US of A. Look at him. How many of you want his job? He's probably one of the most stressed out person there is. And he knows that he has to chew bubble gum in order to survive. So take the gum out of his book and chew that bubble gum. So let's recap. So when you're stressed out, there are 4 ways to deal with it. Number 1, get a pet. Stroke the pet. Interact with the pet. Number 2, listen to music. Number 3, read and write expressively. And finally, there's always a chewing gum. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.